Hey, what's up, all my average anglers? Ryan Hennessy here, Real Time Northwest. The Raging Cajun is getting an upgrade today. It is getting a MInn Kota Ulterra installed. I've already started this install, but I want to show you here. This right here is the plug that I just installed, just a 2-wire plug, hot and ground, 10 gauge. I did the 10 gauge wire, and I ran it through this, through this hole right here. It goes, where are you at? There you go. It goes through this hole here, runs all the way down, and then I'm going to take you where it goes. And I still got the boat cover on because it's, I can't say it's spring yet. All right, we're inside the boat cover. All right, so what I have here is the wire that I just ran right here, hot and ground, 10 og. And I'm going to take this positive wire. This is a 24 gauge. It's a 24 volt system. So I'm going to have 2 batteries in here. And let me bring this camera up a little bit. It is a 24 volt system, so going to have 2 batteries in here. And I'm going to take this hot wire here, and I'm going to install, I got a 60 amp waterproof fuse right here. So we're going to run from the switch. We're going to run to this side of the fuse. This side of the fuse is going to go over to the battery. And then from there, our negative is going to go onto a negative, and then I have another. This is actually like an 8 gauge. I got an 8 gauge wire that's going to go from negative to positive between the 2 batteries to make it a 24 volt system. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hook up the wires. I'm going to get the trays installed for the battery trays and get them screwed in and mounted so those batteries don't move anywhere. And then, we'll actually, I'm waiting for the post office to show up right now. They have my new quick release mount that I just ordered on Amazon yesterday. So it's actually a saltwater edition. Even though my trolling motor is a freshwater edition, the saltwater edition was cheaper for some reason than the black one. They're both the same exact things, but for some reason the black one's more expensive, and the black one was going to take like 2 weeks to get here. So who cares if the mount's white? I don't care. It's going to do the same purpose. So we're going to have a quick release mount on the MInn Kota Ulterra. And the reason for that is because when I don't want to, don't plan on using the trolling motor, if I'm going to go crabbing or something, I usually don't use the trolling motor. I'm going to just quick release it, pop it off, throw it in the boathouse. Another reason, the cover I have doesn't fit with the Ulterra on there. So once I mount the Ulterra on there, it'll just be a quick release mount, pull that off, throw it in the boathouse. And we're gonna be jamming. This new top I got right here. I mean, this thing is phenomenal. This thing, Superior Design Top Shop did this in my recent video, and this thing is, top notch. And the other thing I like about it is, check this out. I'm 6 foot. Look at that. I got space. The only thing I got to duck under is this, which I'm okay with that. I can do a quick little duck under. But when this is rolled up, it's kind of in the way, But that's not a big deal. I just like being inside and being able to stand up so you can stretch your legs out of the rain and the cold. So, okay, well, I'm going to get started on this install here. Average angler Ulterra install, baby. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and All right, so mail person came a little late, brought the mount. We do have the mount. Here's the mount here. Here's the mount right here. It is there's the mount right here. See if we can get a good picture of it there. So basically what's going to happen here is now that I'm realizing that this mount has to, where it needs to mount on the boat, there's going to be some issues. The boat itself, you know, is only the skinny part of the boat where this to mount to is too small for the mounting holes of this unit. So I'm going to have to put a plate underneath. So that being said, I've got to delay a little bit, and I'm gonna have to get a pretty thick, you know, maybe like a 1/4 inch thick aluminum plate, and, you know, to size. I'm gonna mount that to the boat. That's gonna get mounted to the gunnel of the boat. Then that quick release detachment for the MInn Kota is gonna mount to it. So it's kind of a delay. I was hoping, I don't know why, I was thinking I can just bolt down to the front. The other problem I have on the Hewescraft is there's a lip on the gunnel on one side, and then it goes down, and then it's flat, and then it has a little lip on the inside. So that being said, that mount will not be flush. So that's another reason why I have to put another plate. So I'm gonna take an aluminum plate. I'm gonna actually go to a local CNC mill here in Longview, Washington, and I'm gonna have them mill out a piece for the size that I need, which actually right now, if you can see here, so here's the MInn Kota. I'm gonna pop the side plates off on both sides. I'm gonna mount the quick release mount, and then I'm gonna go take this, put it on the boat, kind of size it up, and just see how big of a plate I'm actually gonna need. I assume I'm gonna need a plate, you know, just a little bigger than this. So, you know, maybe an inch on each side. 8 inches wide will be fine, but maybe about, this is I think about 12. So I may go about a little inch more here and an inch more there, just to be able to shift it forward and back. Might even go 2 inches, because I might have to shift it outside of the boat or inside of the boat, you know, one way or the other. So so what I'm going to do is just start taking this apart and get this thing mounted up. So stick around. Well, what's up, guys? As you just saw in the previous video, I was getting you guys up to a point to show you the install of my MInn Kota Ulterra trolling motor on the Raging Cajun. Unfortunately, a little bit of water on there. Get some water up here real quick. Unfortunately, you know, I'm an average angler and I do this shit all the time for some reason, but I somehow, I don't want to show you that just yet, but I somehow, when I was, I had all the footage downloaded on the Osmo Pocket that we're using right now, and also on my DJI. No, actually I used the Osmo the whole time. But anyway, I took all the video and downloaded it one night, and it was a super huge file because it was a lot of video, right? So I just set it to download from the SD card to the computer. And the next morning I came in, it was all night long probably. It probably took an hour or so, whatever. But next morning I came into the office, and it had something on the screen that said something like, you know, one of the files was, you know, missing or something like that. So it said skip. So I was like, okay, I hit skip and it was done. So I just, you know, figured it downloaded. And so I was like, at that time, I wasn't ready to start editing. So I went ahead and just, you know, shut all that down and just went ahead about my business. And several days later, I decided, you know what, it's time to go edit the video. So I'm going to go ahead and start editing. Well, I go to start editing, I open up the file with the, you know, I name all my files to make it easy to find, and I named it MInn Kota install, and I opened it up, and there was like 4 or 5 files in there. And I remember when I converted, when I drug everything over from the SD card over to the computer, there was like 36 different files or something like that, and it was over like, I don't know, it was hundreds of gigs of, you know, stuff. But anyway, there was only 4 in there, so I was like, what the hell? So I'm looking. Well, I'm guessing what had happened is I had just done a Windows update from Windows 10 to Windows 11. And, you know, I don't know how Windows 11 runs, but apparently it had my computer go to sleep. So I think what happened is when I walked out of the office, you know, downloading from the SD card to whatever, it got through those 4 files and then fell asleep. And then did something. I don't know. The files were it looked like they were there, but when I hit skip or whatever, because I figured it was one file, it was some weird like extension like that I didn't recognize. I was just like, skip it. And then it just, poof, it went off the screen. Everything was done. I was like, okay, cool. I'll get to it later. Well, unfortunately, shit like that happens, especially when you don't do this professionally. So.
All right. Well, since I had all the lost files, I figure I'll show you a couple of pictures that I took for my phone. Taking some measurements, getting ready for the plate install. Then we go outside. I got the plate all mounted up, you know, with holes drilled, ready to go. I also found out that my outlet is a 3-prong and the MInn Kota is a 2-prong, so I had to go buy a new outlet. And here's the finished battery install with the 2 batteries in there, but I didn't like it. It actually was a little too much, so I started taking some measurements to see what kind of lithium battery would fit in there. And then I went online and purchased a 24-volt lithium, which I will show you here in just a minute. So let's get back to the video.
Anywho, I want to show you, get the boat cover off here, but here it is. Let me flip the camera around. Here it is. Here's the install right here. Boom. Got my aluminum plate. I had to put a spacer down in there because, as you see, there's a lip here. It's not the same height as, you know, this back here on the gunnel. So I had to put a plate underneath, which I did drill holes to match the holes that had the bolts in it. So I am going to trim these guys off because I don't need them. They don't need to be poking out. But here it is all the way around. And then what I do is I take this little carabiner off, which I am going to put a lock there so nobody can steal my shit. But I'm going to put a little lock there and pull that carabiner off, and this slides out. And I will show you guys how this all happens. So I am going to be going fishing here in the next week or so. I will, when I get back, I'll pop this off. I'm going to leave it on for now, but I'll pop it off and show you guys how this slides out, and this easily just comes off. I also wanted to show you on the video my cord, my plug-in right there. When I said in the video earlier that I installed it, which I did, it was actually, the plug was already there, but it was going to the old trolling motor that I bought the boat with. I sold that trolling motor and I just took the wires off of it. I didn't realize that this was a 2-plug, and my new one is, I'm sorry, this is the 2-plug, and the old trolling motor was a 3-plug. So I had to buy a new one of those, which I did install that too. Obviously it's not on camera. But we're golden now. So this goes in there and the remote works and everything's good to go. And then of course, as you just saw in the previous video, I bought a lithium battery and I bought a lithium charger. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And hopefully I don't have any corrupt videos anymore because I kind of have started to figure out Windows 11 a little bit. But yeah, let me get this cover off. I'm going to get in the boat and we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to get those gel cell batteries out of there. I got them all mounted in there. I'm going to have to move those the battery trays around a little bit. I'm going to have to give them out of the way, and then I'm going to get the new battery in there, and the new battery should fit into my large battery tray. So yeah, give me a couple minutes, get this cover off, and we'll get started. Can you follow me around?
All right, we're in the boat and trying to get some lighting set up, but I'm gonna flip this around real quick so I can show you guys. Oh, look. So there is the deep gel cells that I installed in there, and there's a troll motor out there. But what I wanted to show you was, I don't know why this camera wants to do that so much, but what I wanted to show you was, this is part of the install of the videos, the lost tapes, we're going to call it. We're going to screw up these bad boys. So I need to change that setting, but you get the idea. Let's see if I can get my big ass up in here, because this battery is freaking heavy, man. Good grief. I gotta get it like up on the ledge. There we go. Oh. Holy shit, shipwreck. Let's see if I can lift this bad boy up. Get it. What? Freaking ugh. Everything's so wet. Come on. Grip. There it is. I couldn't even grip it and get it out of here. It's so freaking wet. Okay. So I'm gonna get it out of there. Okay, let's get that thing over there. Like that. So let me get these batteries out of here. Since we're not going to use this one's like 89 pounds, it's like one of the heavy dudes. So I'm going to take the wiring. And there we go. It's a done deal. Let me see if I can get up. Let's see which one of these. Hopefully it fits in one of these. No! I don't think it fits. Dang it. So here's the clip for the charger. I don't want to bore you guys with this, but basically, obviously, negative, negative, positive, positive, and then I'm going to shove this up in there, and then I'll plug it in and get back to you in just a second. Hello? Are you there? We're back. Yeah, so here's the stuff on here. Of course, it's going to follow me, so let me go ahead and turn that off. So here we are here. I just want to show you the boat. Boom. MInn Kota Ulterra. I put these little rubber pieces on there so when I put my boat cover, it doesn't rip into the boat cover. Same. And here it is. I've already deployed it, and now I'm stowing it back into its home position. And lithium battery is going to be legit for the 25 season. Couldn't be more happier with the install, and look forward to getting some more fishing videos for you guys. Thanks for coming along. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you on the water.